All right, so we're going to continue this idea of meiosis creating these haploid egg and sperm, these haploid gametes or sex cells. We say meiosis is a reduction division because we're going to reduce the number of chromosomes. And the way that we do this is by going through PMAT, okay, our actual division. We're going to go through that twice. So this is in your notes. If you're in class, you should already have it in your notebook and be looking at that. If you were not in class, then you can be looking at the PDF documents that I put online, and that's what we did in class. So we have 46 of these pairs of chromosomes, and we're going to take this 46 of these pairs and we're going to break them down into 23 individual chromatids, so then we can bring them together to make our pair. So our DNA gets duplicated and we end up with 46. So then what's going to happen is that one cell is going to go through meiosis 1. Okay, so this is that first prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. And we're going to take those two chromosomes and just break them down into one. So now we have our 46 individual chromosomes. And what's going to happen is we're going to go through meiosis 2. So here's that second division. And what that's going to give us is our 23 individual chromatids. So if you look, what we started with was 46 of these homologous or double chromosomes. We broke them down in meiosis 1 to an individual chromosome, and then we divided that yet again to get our 23 chromatids. Now, if we took these sex cells, these 23 chromatids, and we took an egg and a sperm and we put them together, and again, both are going to have 23 of these chromatids, what we're going to get out then is our 46, okay, our 46 individuals, or 23 pairs, and that's what people have. We have these 23 pairs of chromosomes. Okay, so now the 23 pairs of chromosomes can start going through mitosis, right? They'll start cycling back through the cell cycle again, going through mitosis. And if you remember from your section 1 of meiosis notes, it's that mitosis that's going to cause that individual cell to split into two, and that's going to split again, and then eventually this is going to start growing into what would become a new organism, because those cells are just going to keep stacking and growing on top of each other, and that's how multicellular organisms grow. So this is for sexual reproduction. Mitosis can be used as asexual reproduction for single-celled organisms, remember. And then, so on that genetic line, let's get used to these two words, gene and allele. A gene is going to be your genetic characteristic, eye color, height, skin color, weight can be genetic, all of those genetic traits that you get from mom and dad. Then we have these things called alleles. And an allele is basically your your different options. So if we have a gene for hair color, okay, or flower color, I believe the example in your notes is flower color. So we have our gene for flower color. So you have one gene, so there's our flower color gene, and then we have two options for that. They can be either red flowers or blue flowers. It's these two alternative options or different forms. These are going to be your alleles. Okay, so red and blue are your alleles, but we have one gene for flower color. So try to get used to those words now, because as we move forward with DNA and genetics and everything next semester, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about genes and alleles. So we have just one more section of notes after this.